Okay, guys, so we're on a 2014 really clean Chevrolet Impala that the ABS and traction control lights are on. We also are getting the service Stabilitrak, service brake assist, service traction control, and it looks like we have about 54,000 miles on this vehicle. We're going to use the this Launch CRP 919 Expert, and we'll see what we can find on this car. Just going to do a full health report. Okay, so left front wheel speed sensor. It's got a code, a few more codes in there. So we're going to go into the brake control module. Let's go over here to the data. We'll just select all these. There's both the so I like to graph these. But the only ones that I want to graph are just the wheel speeds. So let me get those selected. And I actually like to combine these. And we're just going to take this right up the street. When you're turning corners, you'll see a difference in wheel speeds, but when you're going straight, they should all pretty much match up. But you can see the blue in there, which is the left front, is not even coming close to matching up. So the left front has definitely got some issues. I'm going to turn, since the wheels are turning at different speeds whenever you're turning corners, you'll see a difference. There, a little fluctuation. Yeah, that left front is definitely, we are getting some movement out of it, so that kind of tells me the wiring is probably fine. Yeah, all of them are matching up pretty good except for the left front. So, let's get this left front wheel off and see what we can find. Okay guys, so I've got the oscilloscope hooked up to the sensor. I'm going to spin this wheel and we're going to see what we get. I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a pretty good signal to me. Alright, I'm going to go do the other side to see if it looks the same, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so just to rule out the wiring, what I've done is I've accessed the ABS module connector here. You can't actually see it right there, but it's just plugged into the ABS module. I did have to take the airbox out, which was about a 60-second job. Loosen this clamp, take your map sensor off, pull this part out first. Which part? Yeah, this one right here. Pop this out, and then that just popped out from these little tabs right here. Got the layout of the plug, and what we're looking at is pins 27 and 28. So I've got some T-pins back probed into 27 and 28. Right now we're on the yellow wire. So you can see the yellow wire, and you can't see the meter. Just want to touch that pin. We got 0.5 ohms. I'm going to go swap the lead to the blue wire, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, that does not look good to me. So we've got a bad connector here. If I move this wire, if I pull up on it, you can see that we got 0.5 ohms. If I move it this way, it's open. So this wire on this connector is no good. So I'm going to see if I can get this connector at the parts store. If not, we'll depin this thing and we'll see what we'll have to do to fix it. So I showed the waveform of the sensor itself. Sensor seemed to be doing fine as far as the hub. You got to change the whole hub on this. This is a limited Impala, and on the limited you got to change the whole hub, the entire hub. If it's a regular Impala, the ABS sensor can be changed by itself, but in this case we've got a bad connector, and that's what the problem was, or is. Anyway, let me figure out where I can get this connector at. Alright, so I finally tracked it down. So right here, it is not the actual pin going into the connector like I was suspecting. I took it apart, and I mean, everything looks perfect right there. So I'll be able to put this back together. And I noticed right here, whenever I took this harness off, that this black insulation, it was cracked, but the wires looked fine. The insulation on the wires herself looked perfectly fine. So when I was messing with this, I just kind of started pulling on it, and it snapped right off. I've now since stripped these ends. We're going to do a splice, and then put this thing back together and hope for the best. And I'm pretty confident that this is going to fix it. Because if you remember when we was driving, it was a more of an intermittent signal than either just a no signal at all or a good signal. So I'm going to get an environmental, and we're going to get this thing spliced up. Adhesive lined heat shrink. So once this is all heated up, it will be completely sealed. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on the camera or not, but you can see adhesive oozing out of the end there. So let me get this connector kind of smashed back down in there. This is just a little rubber environmental seal that keeps water out of the back of this connector here. Okay, let me see here. Should go in just like that. So now, let's see. Got a good 1/2 ohm resistance. I can move this connector around and it's nice and solid. So now it's just a matter of putting this back together and test driving it. Calling the owner of this vehicle, which is a friend of mine. It's actually his mom's. And this is a done deal. I'll turn the camera back on after we get ready for the test drive. And just a tip on this connector right here. If you get to this point where you've got a ring wiring out, you're going to pull up on this little catch right here. And then you're going to pull up on the lever. And it's going to cam that connector off the ABS module. And then this cover will slide out. You cut this zip tie. You can see that's a new zip tie. And then this cover will slide this way and snap off. All right, so I've got all this back together, rerouted, restuck in all the little keepers. And we're ready for a test drive as soon as I get the wheels back on and get the airbox back in. So let me get that done. All right, guys, so I'm going to select all 4 of the wheel speed sensors, and we're going to drive this puppy down the road. We'll graph them, we'll combine them. The combine function I don't use a whole lot, but I do on ABS sensors. You know what? I should have cleared the codes first, but I'm not going to. Let's just go ahead and drive it. See if the wheel speed sensors match up. If they match up, we'll come back, clear the codes, and call it done. And yeah, you can see that they're all matching up exactly the same. Exactly what you want. Except for when you turn. Let me go down here. I'm going to do a sharp turn, and you'll see the 4 signals will start separating from one another, which is normal because all 4 wheels are spinning at different speeds whenever you're in a turn. When you're going straight, they're all 4 spinning the same. So that's as sharp as it'll go. And you can see how they separated. But what you want to see when you're going straight is all 4 of them matched up. And that's exactly what I'm seeing. In fact, it looks like the code's cleared. So I'm going to pull up here in the shade. We're going to finish clearing everything out. We got to check engine light, probably because I had the mass airflow sensor disconnected. So we'll see what that's about. And go from there. Anyway, this one's done, fellas. Let me show you. Just driving it, all the lights went out. So the car's happy. We do have a check engine light. I'm sure that's probably from the mass airflow sensor that I had disconnected. I did have the key on, you know, because I was spinning the wheel and everything. And I don't know if I told you, but the hub, it looked like on the left-hand side has been changed out. So I'm suspecting that they've been having this ABS problem. It was intermittent because that wire, you know, the inside of the wire, the copper, was broke. So they probably took it somewhere, had the hub changed. You got to change the hub because the ABS sensor is built into the hub on this limited edition of the Impala. On the regular Impala, it's not. You can change just the ABS sensor. From what I gathered online, I looked at the ABS sensors, and all of them that was external to the hub was for Impalas that were not the limited. So if you have a limited, then you're going to need to change the whole hub out. Anyway, enough talking. We're done. This car looks like it's fixed, and we're good to go. See you later.